Hi there, welcome to Baby Adventure. In this video, I'm gonna show how to remove rear wheel of SD Adventure on the go. All you need is this motor jack. It can be any motor jack, but the important steps here are to lock the front brake by strapping it and ensuring the stable base for the side stand, as we don't have a main stand. That is why we are using a motor jack. So place it firmly the side stand and rotate the handle towards left, means towards the side stand. I have placed the cloth as the silencer is hot. I have written here, so silencer is hot. So place the motor jack. Before placing the motor jack, again ensure that the base, the ground or the floor you put the motor jack is firm and not loose. So push the motor jack as shown in the video. Then, like a deadlift, lift the tire and push the motor jack. See how the wheel rotates now. Here are the tools that are necessary to remove the rear wheel. First we have to do the chain cover so that we can protect it. Then we go to the rear brake pads, so it will be easy while removing the wheel. So at last we will remove the axle nuts. All this can be done while the wheel is on the floor or ground, but to ensure the stability and rigidity of the motor jack, I have put it on the motor jack in the video. And also, if it is a puncture, it protects the tire tube from more pressure. So removing the brake pads will ease in removing the wheel. Why? Because those brake pads are snugly fitted or fitted tightly. So as I shown in the earlier video, punch the pad hanger pin so that the pin comes out, followed by the brake pads. See, I am struggling here. If you take the brake pads when the tire is on the floor, it will be easier. So this is the step to note. So remove the chain adjusters here. It takes time. So the whole process of removing the rear wheel took almost 10 to 15 minutes, as I removed earlier too. So it might take long time if the first time. So practice it before you encounter a puncture on the go. At the last, I removed the rear axle. All this can be removed without lifting the rear wheel, ensuring that is safety. But if a puncture case, protecting the tube, you can do it while pushing the rear wheel and placing the motor jack. Once the rear axle nut is removed, slide the rear wheel forward to remove the chain. So place the chain somewhere not on the ground. So you can lift the rear wheel up and drag the rear axle, but I am using this method as the rear wheel is 18 kgs weight. So I am bit stiff side, so I do not want to get a back pain. So you can put a wooden block or stone that is available on the road supporting the rear wheel, so that vibrations don't push the motor jack. See, the motor jack never moved here. So one more tip is putting the handle onto the left. Don't put the handle onto the right or put it straight. So position yourself like that and drag the rear axle. It will be easier. This is the rear axle. Carefully remove the wheel. So take your time. This is the advantage of removing the brake pads earlier. So there is much more gap, so that the disc slides off the brake caliper. This is how you remove rear wheel. And coming to the assembly, do all your parts. Like if it is a puncture, get it punctured. If you are skilled enough, I think if you are standard, try for the puncture. If you are on the highway, better get from a puncture guy. It kills a lot of energy. So all these things took me around 30 to 40 minutes. So pay attention to the time. So don't hurry. Convince yourself that it will take time. So here is a learning curve for me. As the motor jack is tilted, the whole bike, the rear wheel is slightly angled towards the left. So it is not straight. So the axle won't go unless I make the rear wheel slant. So here is the trick. Once you have inserted the rear axle on the sprocket side, here is the rear problem. You can see me in this video. I will be struggling pushing the brake caliper into the slot. The reason is there are two spacers. So this is the spacer that is obstructing the movement of the brake caliper. The solution here is to push the rear axle up to the spacer till the brake caliper. Then it will be easy to slide the brake caliper in. While placing the brake caliper at the cylinder end, put some force downwards so that it slides. Take your own time, don't push the motorcycle. So as I said, push the rear axle up to the spacer near brake caliper. This is very important step. Here you will identify the efforts of removing the brake pads. If there are brake pads, it would be very difficult to put the brake caliper in. Now you can align, putting a thing like this, rod kind of thing. So push the rear axle by lifting the rear wheel. It's very easy if you practice before you get stranded, punch out on the road. And that is how you remove the rear wheel. So place the chain before tightening it. Tightening the axle bolts and chain adjusters. It's very simple. So all those you have to know is it will take time. Accept the situation, take your own time. Don't hurry, else lot of energy will be consumed and you will be worried a lot. And assembling is also on the same side. You can put the brakes and the tire on the floor or ground, but in the video I put the brake pads again when the wheel is in the air. So that is how you remove the rear wheel from the motorcycle when your the rear wheel is punctured, as to get stranded on out of nowhere. If you like the video, please do share and like. There are more videos on SD Adventure. If you like the content, please do subscribe and share the information. Thank you very much.